In this short video, we're going to learn how to compute the market demand. So let's suppose that the market for pastries in the small town of Colmar has two customers in it, Vishal and Hanya. Vishal's yearly demand for pastries is given by 90 minus 3p, and Hanya's yearly demand is 50 minus 5p. Our goal is to find the yearly market demand curve for pastries. What do we need to know to answer this question? We just need to know the demand curves of all of the individuals in the market. This question has two individuals, so we just need two demand curves. How are we going to solve this question? We just need to horizontally sum the demand curves. This means fix price and add Q, but we have to be careful and make a note of each consumer's choke price. This is the price at which they cease to demand any units. Let's solve this question. So here's what we know. We know the two demand curves for Vishal and for Hanya. We know that we're looking to find the yearly market demand curve for pastries. I think when it comes to finding market demand, the smart thing to do first is to actually take a look at the demand curves and identify the choke price for each consumer. So let's start with Vishal. Choke price just refers to the price at which demand goes to zero. So to find it, we literally set the demand curve for Vishal, which is 90 minus 3p equal to 0, and solve for p. So if I start rearranging this, I have 90 equals 3p, and then I can divide both sides by 3 and conclude that his choke price is 90 divided by 3, which is 30. It's nice to conceptually understand this price. For Vishal, he demands a positive amount as long as price is less than 30, and as soon as price equals 30, he demands 0. Now the equation will tell us that at a price of 40, he has a negative demand. And when we add the demand curves together, we need to make sure not to incorporate that. There is no such thing as a negative demand. So it's almost like saying that this guy's demand function is only defined for prices between 0 and 30. After that, his demand is 0. We need to do the same thing for Hanya. So we're going to set Hanya's demand curve of 50 minus 5p equal to 0. So we do a little rearranging. 50 equals 5p. We divide both sides by 5. And we conclude that her choke price is 50 divided by 5, which is $10. They have different choke prices, and that means that when we add their demand curves together, we have to watch out. So we're going to take a minute and we're going to figure out what we know and what information we're missing. And this is it seems silly to say it, but it's a really useful sort of intermediate step to say, okay, I've learned some stuff and I know something about finding market demand, but I got to write it all down and figure out what I'm still looking for. So we know that Vishal's choke price is $30 and Hanya's choke price is $10. So that means that demand for pastries when price is between 10 and 30 is going to come only from Vishal, because Hanya is like, she's out. It's too high of a price for her. If you're going to charge $11, she doesn't want any. Similarly, we also know that if the price is $10 or less, then demand is going to come from both of our buyers. So this is the important part of finding market demand, is recognizing that the sum of your two demand curves, or 3 or 4, only holds for certain price ranges. And in this case, it's price less than 10. So we think about it when we write down the following sort of intermediate function. The quantity demanded by the market is going to be the horizontal sum of the demand curves for low prices, when price is less than Hanya's choke price. If price is above Hanya's choke price, then the demand is just going to come from Vishal. We know his demand curve is 90 minus 3p. So all that's left for us is to find that horizontal sum and put it all together. Don't be overwhelmed by this phrase horizontal sum. It literally just means we're fixing P and we're adding quantities. So since our functions are already solved for Q, we just add them up. So the quantity demanded in the market is going to be equal to the quantity demanded by Vishal plus the quantity demanded by Hanya. So fill in what we know. We have 90 minus 3p plus 50 minus 5p. Combining terms, 90 plus 50 is 140. And negative 3p minus 5p is minus 8p. So we can now put it all together. So in place of the word horizontal sum, I'm going to put what I know about the horizontal sum, which is that it's 140 minus 8p. I get this final solution, which is like a two-part market demand curve. I think for my purposes, what's most important is that we recognize that when we do this horizontal sum, it only holds for prices that are low enough for both customers to demand a positive quantity.